Welcome to more K-On! What can I say other than if it isn't really heartfelt and that nice warm cozy feeling inside, what can we really expect from this show? Now, I obviously first came here for the music and the fun daily life with friends. And obviously that hasn't really changed. But it's almost hard not to say that at least I'm drawn in by just seeing what kind of antics Yui is able to actually achieve, considering it's Yui. And now that we got to see a side of her where she can actually achieve well when it's actually Azunyan forcing her to study, the future's not looking so bleak. Let's see what this episode has in store for us, though. Huh. I almost forgot, even though I watched the last episode less than half hour ago, that it was going to be focusing on the teacher. And out of a lot of the characters here, she has received the least love in this series, hasn't she? I mean, they're both in the meaning of character development and literal... The poor woman can't really catch a break. So, are we going to be... seeing the girls go on a stalking spree, following their teacher around? If you haven't noticed, it's there are points where I just don't want to say anything and enjoy the song. The fact it's so upbeat kind of drains away all the tiredness I have and replaces it with just sheer energetic cheer. Oh no, her daily routine. Oh, right. Then she comes here for tea and cake. Those massaging sandals, what? I'm surprised that photo has lasted this long. I really don't think the school will fall into disrepair like this. And even if she was like that in school, then she can use the fact that she's like this now to dismantle that argument. Do you just intrude on a personal conversation all the time? Oh yeah, I saw her talking to someone in a car this morning, and something else, and something else, and something else, and something else, and something else. And I keep going to seeing her in random little meetings. Don't tell her to stop thinking. She'd need to start first. Great hiding space. wouldn't recognise them at all. She's most enthusiastic probably because she really enjoys these kind of situations and is surprisingly good at it. Mm. Wow, bringing provisions. The best way to stand out is to actively look around and try not to stand out. Maybe get them to start focusing on the teacher again. Ah. How nice and saddening at the same time. That's who we saw in the car. But I see Mia was already thinking about the possible implications there. Yeah, if you're not going to buy anything, please get out. I thought you were trying to stay hidden. Really? Yeah. Yeah, put her under the table. That might be the best place. I feel like they've completely forgotten the reason that they're here. What would you like to order? Okay then, we'll ignore that. Yep. You can't just sit here and order nothing. Yeah, it's not a first come first serve and they only have one order of everything. Is the teacher even going to be still here by the time they finish? Yeah, it's not free. I have, on occasions, more than once, probably more than I am willing to admit, ordered the sharing dessert stuff all for me only. But when I got mine, what are you guys ordering? I feel like their disguise there wasn't the best. Not really disguise, but attempt at hiding. Okay. Trying to outshine the rest of them. Why is Moogie still carrying that around? One of her previous bandmates. You killed her. Yeah, unfortunately. And you're carrying the, yeah. It doesn't take a genius. The fact that she hasn't told the teacher what's going on and that she's being followed. Well, she was in the club and learned how to play, so. Well, it's on her. She frequents this place quite often then. Hmm. What did you? Were you expecting different? Usually, the people that like go through those punk and metal and whatnot phases aren't really actually quite nice people. It's not good to judge just on looks alone. Excuse me, what? Okay. What a great way to break the ice, I guess. And so getting back into it and did she just order the most exotic sounding thing that she saw? And the fact that she isn't breaking out into tears, the fact that she's playing guitar. But having a role model to look up to that isn't the teacher and actually was part of the old music club and formed a band or whatnot might be good. But they are now going to try to force her to take part in that wedding reception play music thing. Hmm. How are you going to just bring up the topic? So the only way she'll play is if you can completely hide the fact that it is her. You see, all of these notes being passed around. If if uh, if the teacher doesn't realise that something's going on there and confiscate the note and read it, you were meant to be. Oh, for Christ's sake! Well, taking the fall. It really wasn't that big of a deal. Deciding the punishment on yourself. She's such a bad girl. She wants to be punished. Knew it. And the fact that she's tried to reach the sign. Congratulations. Yeah, this was meant to be a punishment. Sometimes I have to wonder what's going through her head. if anything at all, other than the breeze. Yeah, but it's the same kind of thing anyway. But is she talking about music here? How I can no, can't understand it. How is this going to help? Even in their imagination, I really like that new girl. I was thought the class had been over an hour and a half already. Yeah. Well, yeah, she already had that kind of air about her, didn't she, before? And all the students loved her. If this is going by a normal story progression, then they're going to achieve the goal of getting her to play, or at least take her place there. Not that incredible. That's a tough one to answer. You see, when I was younger, I used to think that some adults were able to do whatever they liked, and now being an adult, it's like, oh, it's not actually all that it was cracked up to be. Oh no, they're making them up, aren't they? Wigs as well, or just the face paint? Wait, what? Okay, Ritz. I recognise some of those faces. I guess it was at the request of the bride herself. Not the usual thing you'd have at a wedding reception, though. Good thing they weren't going for too long. And because it's without her. You have to put the music aside and live the new path of being the teacher. Okay, drag her off the stage and take her place. I know you want to. Did she just cut the power? To make a scene. Wow, I wouldn't recommend a jump like that in heels. That's some impressive finger work. Whoa. Laying it on thick already. And there goes her precious image. You can tell what really mattered most to her, though. And the fact that she remembers the entire lyrics to the song as well. Really getting into it. Good on you, mate. Try to get involved. He knows that this is something his wife enjoys, so yeah. She's found a new idol to look up to, the Azunyan. Wow. We're getting a full rundown of when she was at school, what their life was like, and not much is different through the years. Just new faces. Yeah, you got drawn in. So easy. Do you really think this is going to destroy her image with the students? The fact that she was so enthusiastic and looked the part. Well, she's no longer the calm, collected teacher that they can look up to. She's now the cool and mysterious teacher. Yep. Good for her, getting to relive some of the glory moments from her past with her friends. Not all of us will be able to relive kind of those nostalgic feelings. And honestly, I don't see what's wrong with any of the Deaf Devils, their makeup, their music, anything. Although the fact that everyone there at the reception kind of was so into it and no one was just standing there with puzzled faces, that's not realistic. Doesn't sound like any of the ones I've been to. Even when you've got normal music, there's the occasional people who are unhappy about the situation. Or the guy in the corner that's completely pissed. Another hot day. It's going to take a while before it gets back to like that in Britain, so we're not getting a preview at all. It's just scorching hot. Don't go outside. Yeah? Okay. That's sweet. I think I'd like to have a neighbourhood outside food stall that knew me by name. Although, actually thinking about no, I wouldn't. Not around my area. There wouldn't be anything quite edible. Unless you like rat burgers. And I wonder how many people would take that seriously and how many would actually understand what I'm on about. But the deaf devil there, and for the teacher to actually almost finally see the light and not be ashamed of who she is or was. And the fact that the students who fawned over her still have her high in regard. Her history isn't as embarrassing as she thought. Kind of like when my history teacher revealed to us all that he either was or was at that current time a DJ as well. So, cool. But with the inexorable march of time, you can't change the past. So, why not embrace it? If you enjoyed, let me know. If you want to see more, subscribe. If you want to be part of my future embarrassment, join my Discord. But I think I need a break now because I don't think I want K-On! Making me realise how shallow and unfulfilled my life is at the minute. Get some rest. Join me again in the next one though. I know I've probably said it before, but if you want to be the reason why I have to hide my past from people I know, then consider joining onto my Patreon. But no matter how shameful it may be, I am incredibly grateful for Sal, Raywin, Electric Ant, Dynamite 1997, Shiwan, Jennifer Rojas, Mecha, Stinsfire, Big Boy, Yuki Ali, Shane Dunlap, Dark Shadow 7899, and everyone else. If it wasn't for them, I'd probably be doing the same thing, just with a little bit more self-loathing.